One of the things that I'm also doing with my solar power for the model train layout is I'm also recharging all the batteries. Batteries in my camera, batteries on my microphones, the batteries that light up the Christmas tree. Those are all rechargeable batteries, and all of them I'm recharging using solar power. So the solar power goes beyond just the train layout to the battery charges as well. First, I want to say thank you for watching today, and be sure that you hit that subscribe button and hit the like button as well if you enjoyed this video, and share it with others so that others may see it as well if you think they would enjoy it. Now let's get into how we make our figures, human figures, look like winter figures. In order to make these look more like winter figures, I need to put thicker jackets on them, and I'm using putty to do this. This is a putty that's especially made to go on plastic and adhere to plastic, and I need to first get some squeezed out of the tube, and then I need to shape it, and I don't have a whole lot of time to do that. It's going to dry fairly quickly, so I need to do that as quickly as I can. Now, a winter coat is a little bit forgiving because it's not going to be paper thin. It's not going to just be body hugging. It's going to be bigger and cover more. So by allowing for that, I can make it a little bit thicker all around, and it'll still look quite realistic. I can also, if I need to, use something to do a little sanding on this after I get it on to smooth it and make it fit more appropriately, like a little emery stick or something along those lines that will allow me to shape the surface a little bit more. Now, there I have that figure with what looks more like a winter coat on. I'm going to sit him to dry and hopefully keep him from falling over, because I really don't want to lose the layer that I just put on him. So I'm going to put him on here and see if he'll sit there. Looks like we're fairly good. Now, I've got several more figures to do that with, but I need that to dry and then to do some additional shaping on it, like I said, using an emery stick or something like that. And then once that's done, it needs to be painted. So I'll paint it a color that is appropriate for a winter coat. But for now, that's as far as we can go at one time. kind of like running trains with the main lights off and be able to see the lights on the accessories better. See the train coming around now, passenger train, Polar Express, on its way around the layout. It's going to go by on track number 2 on the lower level, and that means that part of the way here it'll be a little bit out of sight, but once we get around the next corner it'll come up and it'll be visible again. In the meantime, as we look at the other end, you can see the Christmas tree at the North Pole. You can also see the waterfall lit up, and the colors on the waterfall are on a Woodland Scenics switch that changes and rotates through multiple different colors one at a time, and sometimes combining them to get additional colors. The passenger train is coming around the curve past the North Pole and coming around behind the farm, and once it gets past there it'll come by the coaling tower, and as it gets past that it comes around past the depot, and it goes past the boarding platform. There we go. And you can hear some of the sounds that the system makes, the train makes, as it goes along. So there we go. Coming along behind the little downtown village area. Through the crossing, you can see the grade crossing lights flashing as it goes by. And it comes around past the parking lot for the IGA grocery store, and on it goes. This is being powered right now with solar power. The lithium-ion battery pack that I'm using is charged with 2 solar panels that put out 320 watts, and connecting them in series, I keep the amperage below the 10 amps limit for the battery pack, and away we go. All the lights on the layout and the trains on the layout are now being powered with solar power. I've turned the lights back on so we can see a little better what's happening, and we're going to see if we can connect a different engine. This is going to be the freight engine. That little horn blast lets you know it's connected, and here we go. There, it's going around past the barrel loading tower accessory, and on the far side of the layout next to the church is a lit skating pond. Has 2 lights that illuminate that, and coming beyond that it's going past the hot chocolate can unloading platform, which also works for the presence car unloading. So that's going past that. Now it's going past the where the boarding platform is, but the boarding platform is on track 2, and the train is running on track 3 right now. And as it goes on the other end, it'll get close to the North Pole. That's the track that goes closest to the North Pole and then goes through the tunnel. And again, everything on this layout right now is powered by solar energy. We're into the tunnel, and we'll watch it when it comes back out on this end. Quite a difference between the muffled sound of the whistle when it's inside the tunnel and the unmuffled sound when it's out of the tunnel. And it's coming up on the grade crossing. And very shortly the cross bucks will come down. There we go, and the lights, the flashing lights are on to guard the crossing. At the far end there, you can see the ELF tug-of-war accessory also. You see it? I don't know if I can get zoomed in any closer on that. This is not a Polar Express accessory, but it works really well with the North Pole Polar Express theme. So I've got to get busy. I've got some other work to do on the layout, and I'm going to cut off right here and start with getting that underway. Well, that's going to do it for this video, folks. These are the two figures that I'm working on to kind of make those look more like they're wearing winter jackets. I've got a little bit more shaping to do and a little bit more painting to do in order to finish those up. But once I get those done, they'll be sitting on a bench over by the skating pond. These are seated figures, which are pretty handy to have for using scenes like this. And once I'm done with them, we'll get them put in place and they're going to look great, I'm sure. Also, I want to just remind you, if you haven't done so, take a look at my books. I've written a series of 4 books. 2 are already published. One's going to be published very soon, and the 4th one is in queue to be published eventually, probably in a couple of 3 months. Go on Amazon Books through Kindle. There's a Kindle edition and a paperback edition. The overall name of the series is The Salvation Hoax, and I'd look forward to having you read it and let me know what you think. Also, if you like this video, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, hit the like button, like the video. All that helps me with the algorithm, and share it with anyone else you know that's interested in model railroading. And we'll be back soon with another video finishing up these little figures and going on with my solar-powered Polar Express Railroad. One of the items I'm waiting for, that's on order, should be here next week, is an extension cord for my solar panels, so I can put my solar panels out in the sun while I keep the EcoFlow Delta unit inside where it's cooler and it's within the temperature parameters for it. So all that's coming up in future videos. We're going to get this one posted as soon as we can, and look forward to your feedback. Thanks for watching.